The most common hamstring stretch that I see is people will actually sit down onto the ground and they'll just kind of do a forward reach like this, and they might do it with one leg or two legs. There's a lot of variations. You might get kind of a V stretch and lean toward one side. This is good, but a lot of the function that you probably want to improve is not ground-based, meaning the activity you want to get better at is probably done from your feet, maybe even from a kneeling posture. So this may not have a lot of carryover to the activities you want to perform. That being said, what you'll want to do is take advantage of the true stretch when you're here at the studio to mobilize your hamstrings in all three planes of motion. And I'm going to show you how to accomplish that both from the top down and the bottom up. So the first thing you want to do is to position yourself properly in the true stretch. You're going to place one foot up inside the true stretch, right here in the V trough. You're going to keep your knee relaxed. You don't want to lock it, okay? That can overly stress the tendons at the hamstring. Keep your knee soft, and you'll notice that my toes are pointed up, okay? You don't want to let them necessarily fall forward either. So we're going to start right here, the knee nice and soft. I'm going to do what's called a top-down driver to stretch my hamstrings. So I'm first going to start by letting my chest lower toward my knee. As I start to lower, I get a really nice pull on the hamstrings. So from here, what I can do is continue to bend forward, but I also know that our hamstrings have a function in the other planes of motion. So what I'll want to do is change my hand position, and now as I bend forward, I'm actually feeling a lot more stretch on the outside of the hamstrings. And then I'll want to go and switch my hands the other way, and now as I bend forward, I feel a ton more stretch through the inside of the hamstrings. In addition to that, we want to get into the transverse plane. So what I'm going to let my foot do is I'm going to let my foot fall to the outside and then fall to the inside. So from here, foot's up, I'm going to let my foot toe out. My knee is still going to remain soft. I'm going to bend forward again. And then I'm going to tweak my foot position inward and then bend forward here as well. Now, we're going to categorize those as top-down mobilizations because it was our upper body driving forward that created the stretch, even though we did tweak some foot position. Now what we're going to do is a very similar mobilization. You'll feel the same place, but the driver is going to be different. We're going to drive the opposite knee to create the hamstring stretch. So from this same position, knee is soft. The chest is going to start in the bent forward position until you feel a slight hamstring stretch. From here, what I'm going to want to do is bend the back knee. Now, as I bend the back knee, what I'm starting to sense is I'm feeling the stretch a lot higher than I did the other one. From here, what I want to do is tweak in the sagittal plane. I can go back a little more, bend again. Then I can go in the frontal plane and go wide. Again, bending the knee straight down. It's imperative that you keep your chest bent forward so that you feel the stretch throughout the entire range of motion. Then we're going to take the foot onto the opposite platform, again bending the knee. And then I'm going to finish with the toe in on the back foot posture, as well as a toe out. Now when I get out, my hamstrings will have been mobilized from the top down, bottom up in an upright posture that's sure to have a lot of carryover to the activities you enjoy.